Everything is getting nailed right now, guys. Heading into Micron's earnings after the bell, the Nasdaq's down, the S&P, the Russell, well, maybe the Dow's at break even, but man, the Qs are down over 3%. S&P's down about 1.5%, and the Russell's down 1%, as Nvidia's down over 3.5%. So guys, we have to break down Nvidia, do a quick chart update, and go over what I'm doing, as it is my second biggest stock holding right now. And again, everything's selling off heading into Micron's earnings, which, don't worry guys, we'll cover those earnings in depth later today. So make sure you all subscribe, hit that like button, and feel free to join my Patreon if you want to see how I'm navigating these markets. You get my real-time, alerts, my buys, and you get my weekly portfolio updates. And if you want to be a part of my private Discord, all that's on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassrfs.com/Patreon. And now, of course, guys, take a sip of your coffee. You're probably going to need it, and let's dive into it. So again, we're down 3.5% on Nvidia stock right now, and we're holding $200 by a thread at this point, which you guys can see $195, $200. That was resistance for months all throughout November up until pretty much, let's see, the mid-month of April. That's where we broke out of 200, ripped all the way to the mid-200s, and now we're right back to $200, maintaining it as support, but for how long? That's the million-dollar question, because what is this? This is a head and shoulders? Almost forgot what it's called for a second there, guys. This is a head and shoulders on Nvidia in the short term, which I'm not loving. I got to be honest, man. I'm not loving the fact that we have this head and shoulders, and it's holding on 200 by a thread. And if this head and shoulders actually plays out, guess what? We'll go under 200. That's where it would go if it were to play out. Now, how low would it go? I mean, look, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way down to 160, 170, but could it start creeping back into the 190s? It sure could. Low mid 190s, it sure could. That is where this head and shoulders could start to complete, and that's where I think buyers will really start to come in. So me, again, this is my second biggest stock holding behind Amazon at this point. You guys know I've been trading in and out of Micron all year. Lam Research was another big one in the AI space that I've been calling out, making money on. So I'm not just in Nvidia when it comes to AI, but it is my biggest core holding, if you will, in the AI semiconductor space. And look at us now. We're about to go under 201. We're down 3.75%. And again, the reality is, man, I think we're going a bit lower here before we go higher, based on the charts, based on what's right in front of me. And if I zoom in, let's say on the 20-day chart, or actually, no, forget that. Let's go to the 4-hour and zoom in. We can see we have a descending triangle too, right? Forget about the head and shoulders for a second. If you guys zoom in here, we can see the clear-cut support at about 200, 201, which again, that was resistance for months. And we're making lower highs into that support, right? We're making clear lower highs. 240, we hit 225, we hit 212, 211, and now we're pretty much testing this support. So all signs are pointing to more downside before we get more upside. And look, if that 200 level breaks, this descending triangle plays out, the head and shoulder starts to play out, I think we fill the gap down to 190, 195 at least, and maybe we go lower, depending on how the market reacts to Micron's earnings and how the semiconductors react. Really, that's what it all comes down to at this point. So Nvidia, guys, it's looking shaky, but that's in the short term. If you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out, you focus on the fundamentals, cut the noise. Obviously, the Nvidia story is still intact. You can argue it's going much higher long term, but in the short term, it's not looking great, which is good for us if we're long-term investors. It allows us to buy in more, right? Build out our positions further, which is exactly what I'm looking to do. I mean, guys, I bought Nvidia recently. Well, my latest buy was recently at about 203. I think that was about a week or two ago. Earlier in June, before this run up, I bought a little bit at 203. Then we got to about 213. Now we're back to 200. And yeah, I'm looking to buy more, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting until if we get under 200 into the 190s. That's where I'm personally looking to buy more. That's where I'm looking to strike. What about you? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious where your head's at. And again, it's not just Nvidia down today, obviously. It's the entire industry, right? Semiconductors are down across the board. Micron's getting nailed about 13.5% heading into earnings, which honestly I think is a pretty good setup for them, especially if earnings are great. Let's be honest, it was priced to perfection heading into earnings. Now we've shaken out a lot of the weak hands. The chart looks pretty good again. I mean, look, we're still up a lot from where we were last time they reported. But last time they reported, guys, we didn't get a pullback heading into earnings. We actually ripped into earnings, and now it's quite the opposite. We ran yesterday, obviously. We hit 1245 in the aftermarket yesterday, but now we're at 1045. We're down 17% from that high, all-time high heading into earnings. That's not bad, in my opinion, right? It could be shaping up for a nice recovery if earnings crush, guidance is strong, which I do suspect it to be. So I like the way Micron's shaping up. Am I buying it heading into earnings? No, I'm not. I got to be honest. I'm on the sidelines, but I'm watching it closely. And I still have exposure to AI, obviously, man. So if Micron rips, just because I'm not in it doesn't mean I won't make money. Obviously, I'm going to make money for my other positions, like Nvidia, for example, like SOXL, for example. That's if I do hold it into the aftermarket, which as of right now, I'm planning on potentially doing that. It's a little risky, guys. You got to trade at your own risk. This is a very small position for me, like I mentioned in the earlier video. But I do think if Micron does rebound, we do get a nice push throughout the rest of the week. This is gonna respond very nicely. SOXL will, as it is a semiconductor 3x bull ETF. It's leveraged, so be careful. And I am down a little bit on the position, so I'm kind of on the fence. In my head, I'm like, should I hold it? I think there will be a rebound, but it is risky because it is a 3x leverage. Maybe I should cut my loss. It's a little loss, but maybe I should let earnings come out first, but we'll see, man. We still have about an hour and 15 minutes to decide, and I'll keep you guys posted, of course, in the next video, or if you're on the Patreon, of course, you get my real-time alerts, as always. But yeah, that's kind of the rundown here. Nvidia's selling off. Semis are down and out. The Qs are getting eviscerated right now, but I do think it's a buying opportunity. Call me crazy. I know, you're like, Stas, oh, this guy always buys on the dips. This is where the opportunities are if you have a longer-term horizon. Heck, even if you have a couple-month horizon and you think we're still in a bull market, it's still an opportunity. I think we're still in a bull market. The market is intact, and I think in 3 months we'll be higher from where we are now. And of course, long term, I think we're going even higher. So yeah, I'm looking to buy more Nvidia. If it gets down to the 190s, guys, I'm looking to buy more. Potentially Micron, especially if it goes down after earnings, which I don't know. With the setup we're seeing right now, it might not. It's already down 20% from where it was at all-time highs literally yesterday. So maybe all the weakness is already priced in. We'll see. And look, I think the Qs are just getting way oversold. The South Korean market tanked. Maybe that spooked investors a little bit here in the United States. We saw the memory companies in South Korea, Samsung, SK Hynix, they make around 50% of the Kospi index. Those took a hit, bringing down the entire South Korean market 10%. So that kind of spooked investors. But is it warranted? I don't know. We shall see. I think it's a little overdone. So I'm taking advantage. I'm buying. And I actually just bought some Palantir today, which I'll make a video on maybe later today. I think Palantir is way oversold. I think this one's due for a recovery rally at least back to 130, 135, and I'm starting to position myself for that as we're screaming oversold on the RSI, and I think we're due, guys, for a bit of a run. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates in real time, my trades, investments, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord, that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.